Hi, this is Todd, and I wanted to talk today about private label lenses. It's something that I see people ask a lot of questions about on the social media for optometrists, and it's something that I've tried to make easier for EyeDock subscribers for many years now. But like a lot of things on EyeDock, I've never really talked about it much or marketed it very much. But it is a big frustration for SODs. Our patient comes in with a prescription or some lens packaging, and we don't know what brand they're wearing. And sometimes we just want to find something equivalent, or sometimes we want to know if we can upgrade them, but it's a little difficult to do those things when we don't know where we're starting. So for about 15 years or so, I've been trying to collect lists of private label lenses and done a lot of research. I've never been given a list of these lenses by the company involved. So I will say that this is something that's been collected by myself over time, over quite a few years now. But I feel like I have a really good list. I don't think it's an inclusive list, so I will say at this point, if you happen to know of any lenses or have any images of packages that I don't have on the site, by all means contact me and let me know, and I would be happy to add those. But when you're logged into EyeDock, you can search by private label names if I have them in my database. So for example, if a patient comes in and they're wearing Aqualight 55 Premier lenses, and you say, what the heck is that? You can search for that in the search box at EyeDock. And by the way, I also don't talk about this too much, but you can use a lot of abbreviations here, and I've tried to make this search really smart. So for Aqualight, for example, I could type like IL55, and it will find lenses that match those abbreviations too. And let's say I want this Aqualight 55 Pro A spheric lens. It'll go to that listing. If I've been able to find a image of the packaging, it'll be there, so you can kind of confirm with the patient that, are you wearing this lens? It'll tell you the private label name, but it'll also give you a sense of which brand name lens it is. And for each listing, I also kind of show all the alternatives too. So, this particular lens, the Biomedics 55A spherics or premiers have, at least 8, 9, 10, 11 different variations. And I'm sure I don't have them all, but I do have a lot of them. Also, if you search for a lens like Biofinity, it will also go to that listing, and it will also kind of show the private label alternatives. I realize that sometimes you don't know the brand name, which is really frustrating. Sometimes you just have a package that has a polymer name and some parameters. So this is new, but I have a way to search for those too, this private label browser. So here it kind of shows all the private label lenses that I've been able to find in the database, and you can narrow this down. So if you have a package that says it's Ocuphilcon D, it will narrow those down, and you can see that they've all been filtered now to Ocuphilcon D, and maybe I'll be able to go from here and say, oh, which of these lenses are you wearing? Do any of these packages look familiar? Or, if you know the base curve, then you can narrow it down even further. And let's say it's a 14.2 diameter, and, just kind of continue narrowing it down that way. Or, these filters are pretty simple, but if your patient's wearing a bifocal lens, there aren't a lot of private label bifocal lenses, but there's 4 options there. Or if it's a toric lens, or if it's not a toric or bifocal, then you can click this spherical single vision. And from here, if you want to learn more about this lens, if you're looking at this Aqua Clear 110, if you click it, it'll just go right to the EyeDock listing and show you things like the modulus and the center thickness and whatever details you're looking for. So I hope you find that helpful. And like I said, this is something that's been curated by me over the years, and just trying to make it a little bit easier for SODs to handle these situations. And if you do have any lenses that you know of that are private label that are not in the database, again, yeah, it would be really helpful if you pass them on to me, and I will try to share them with the rest of our community to make these situations a little bit easier to deal with. Okay, thank you.